start moving a little dirt this morning. The builder isn't here just yet to kind of show us where everything's going to go, but we got the 160 here this morning and the dozer, and we're going to try to knock this out pretty quick. Trying to get this clay cut and laid. You can kind of see how the groundwater is coming back in. I got all that mud pushed over there yesterday, so we're going to get a bunch of clay ready, and then I'm going to go down in the pond and push all that mud and water out of the way back down to solid ground, and then we're going to start putting this clay in here and compacting it in place. So we're just trying to get all that ready. Got a face full of sun this morning. Might be able to make that a little bit better. Let's see if that makes it a little bit better. And Tim's on the dozer, keeping everything pushed up to us real quick. I hate morning sun because you put on sunglasses so you can see, but when you look into the shadows you can't see because it's so dark. Blinded by the light. Digging out all this bad dirt, laying it over, getting down to solid ground. Geotech's going to come out here, approve it. There's all our good clay to put back in here. We'll get that put in, compacted, and then all this crap's going to go back there, far away from where anything will ever be built, and it'll just be used for fill back there pretty much. And then I got the time to settle, do what it's going to do, and at the end they can finish grade it. Far better than, you know, there's a lot of stuff that people don't really realize what they do to get dirt on big job sites like housing developments. We're going to be way out of the building box, but technically on most job sites, if you're like 6 to 10 feet away from where the house is going to be built, they'll dig borrow pits to get clay. So your ground is solid where the house is going to be built, but like 6 feet away, they'll dig like 20-foot deep trenches and holes to get clay and then bury all the topsoil. So if you ever dug like in a new subdivision, you would just be amazed at how much dirt gets swapped out to make it work with the material you have on site. It's pretty crazy if you actually knew what everything looked like underground. So before everybody freaks out on what we're doing here, this is a very common practice. Depost. I'm gonna build my coffer dam a little higher. So we're waiting on the soil tank to get here to approve the base I'm digging down to. Keep in mind it's going to have 6 or 8 feet on top of it. So once you get to that point, you can kind of get to a good semi-solid material. Because let's face it, we're in a pond. The deeper you dig, you're going to hit more and more groundwater. So they determined the point where, okay, here's our clay. It's got a density compaction of such and such. We put so much on top of this, compact it, it's going to bridge across it. So it's a very interesting kind of scientific method of determining the dirt you're putting in will replace such and such bad material. But pretty much I will put in 12-18 inches, probably just track that first layer in, and then we can compact on top of that, because if you go and run the roller on vibrate right now, it'll shake the ground so bad all the groundwater will shoot right straight up out of the ground and liquefy the material you just put in. Much of a hole we have here, pretty much. When we get permission to start filling in. Alright, so we ended up taking, they wanted us to take all that rock and put down here in the bottom. I forgot to get a video of it, but I put all that rock in the bottom to kind of bridge across that soft spot. We got it tracked in and then rolled it in, and now we're going to go ahead and get some more lifts of clay put in. They want to do every 12 inches, rake it out, and then run the compactor over it. So that's what we're doing. Tim's pushing it down to me with the dozer. John's over here on the 160 behind me, bailing more down. And then I'll kind of down here in the bottom, placing it where it needs to go. Trying to get it before we go to lunch above the original ground, so that it will not, the water will not leach up through it while we're gone. just doesn't stop. Like every scoop I take out, that much more forms. I got a line back here at the back of the house lot where everything's got to be thrown past. Digging the mud out. As you can see them, they're putting clay back in. I'm getting it down to solid original ground. We're putting it back in and compacting it in place. But it's a lot of work. I'm just trying right now to get it dug out enough where I can track back out here on it without sinking out of sight. I went through here earlier and about got stuck. Digging, and once I get that section cleaned out here, I'll get a video of the new lift going in. So we're getting the first lift put in now, around 18 inches, 2 foot. This is the lift that'll kind of start bridging over this wet stuff, and then we can start compacting on top of that. So you just put in one lift and start compacting. All the groundwater squirts out of the ground. So as you can see right here, the water's coming up out of the ground. We got to get that sealed off real quick, and once you get the clay put in place, it seals it off and you are good to go. But until then, it's kind of like a very mad dash to get the dirt put in place. So I'm going 100 miles an hour. He's laying it in here at the 160. And Tim's pushing it down with the dozer, trying to get this filled in as quick as possible. I'm going to go ahead and grab some right there and get that packed in place. That'll get that stopped. Good old mud. Definitely tell where the old creek channel was, right directly through here where I'm sitting. I've already cut like 4 feet off. some more dirt. So the dozer has blown a drive motor hose or something, and it is no longer operable. So we're going to try to get it out of the middle of the way here by dragging it with the 160, and I'm going to push on the front. It's a 20,000 pound dozer, so between the two of us we should be able to get it out of the way. Drag it up here out of the mud. Let him push. There's nothing behind me. How much farther can I go?
You've got like another 2-3 feet. I got you.
Inside the mud. So as you can tell, the dozer is down for the count. That is we took the panels off, and it is a drive motor hose, and the last time it happened, about a 7-hour fix, about 3.5 hours to get the hose off and about 3.5 hours to put it back on. So we don't have that time right now to be down for that long, so we're going to keep working with the excavators and just bring the skid steer. And when we get this pond to a level where we can stop and work on that, we will work on that. But for right now, we got to rock and roll on getting dirt put in this pond while it is dry and it's not raining. So Tim's rolling that down. I've been taking the excavator and kind of grading that out, baling more dirt down with the 160, and I'm just laying some to the edge so I can reach it while I'm down there once he gets done rolling. Never a dull moment when you got equipment. solid. See it? That looks like it's paved once you roll over it. I'll keep on doing this, and once we get wrapped up for the day, I'll do a little video at the end. Sorry I haven't been able to get out of the machine and get much footage. We've just been rocking and rolling today. Very, very busy.